Alright, Shane, I'm going to give you a little inside tour of the gray car. Again, it's still raining, so it's hard to get it out. I really didn't want to shoot this in the garage because it's kind of tough to see in here, but anyway, it's got the, of course, it's got it's racing seats in the front. I took the factory seats out. When I built this car, I make no questions about it. I built it to basically upset Camaro owners, so I ended up building a little bit more car than what I thought I was going to. The wire and harness in this car when I got it was kind of a mess, so I went with a painless system, and that's still, it's all dirty in here. I got to get out here and clean it up, but you'll see there, that's where I call it system control, but you've got your ignition switch, fuel pumps, nitrous systems, ignition. Also, you've got your oil pressure gauge there, water temp. Below that, you'll see it's a progressive controller. That progressive is it's capable of doing 2 different stages of nitrous if you wanted to. Right now, there's a single stage kit on the car, so you could add a second if you wanted. Yeah, you really don't need it, but it is capable of doing that. The dash and everything's still in the car. I didn't cut it up. As you can see there, like with the bar that comes down in front of the dash. It's a little aggravating at times, I guess, if you were getting in and out every day. But I just didn't want to put big holes in the dash. Over here in the instrument cluster bezel, I do have the factory cluster. What I did there is I originally had an air fuel meter and a trans temp meter right there when I was doing some tuning on the car, and it was just easier to watch those right there than the factory cluster just sitting in the way, so I put that there. This is missing right here. When I got this car, it was gone, and haven't put anything back in there to fill that gap. Again, still factory forged steering wheel. You see I've got the MSD 6AL2 programmable ignition. I have it sitting there. Also, right here is where I have, you can't hardly read it, but I have my trans brake, which is actually on a rocker here. I foot brake the car. I don't even use the trans brake, but it's there. And then this is the bang button. That's to purge through the motor. We usually do that. We clean it up a little bit. These cables that you see right here, one cable is a data cable for the MSD for programming that ignition, doing any type of retards you ought to do, any type of boost control, that type stuff. And also the other data cable goes to the progressive to program that. There's the door panels on that side. Of course, that seat. It has the black carpet. It's not tore to heck and back, but it's not brand new. You can see some scratches here, which I'll touch all this stuff up. It's where the getting in and out of the car and the 5-point harness there. Sometimes when you flop it over, it hits that bar there and scratches it up a little. I do have a set of back seats for the car. Sorry. Right now the bottom is in. I've got the tops out. I was going to clean them up a little bit and just kind of have those look a little better. You'll see there's the nitrous bottle. It's induction solutions kit. What's on the car. And the fuel cell there in the back. I'll walk around and show you that. Of course, the tacks there. It does work. Everything from that center console again. So everything but the fan, which I put to the side here with a large toggle. That's for the Mark 8 fan. With a big cubic inch motor, you got to make sure it stays cool. It requires a heavy fan to do that, and the smaller toggles won't handle the load, so I actually had to put a solenoid on the outside of the car to take that load off of a switch. So, of course, the door panels here, there's a little paint flake here where someone attempted to try to paint this at some time. Again, I can clean all this stuff up, no big deal. The windows, everything over here work fine. Power locks, I don't use the power locks anymore. Honestly, I have never had a need for them here where I'm at, so I didn't even bother hooking the locks back up. The window works over here. The passenger side window does not work. When I built it, I didn't need a passenger window. Like I said, this is street strip car, but more strip oriented than the street. You can drive it. Here's the back of the car, a fuel cell, the carpet back here. That's where the batteries goes. I've got the battery out charging right now. I'm going to charge it up good so I can crank it a little bit later. Again, it's still dirty. I need to get out here and get this one cleaned up. All that stuff. So you can see the 10-point cage. It comes back, ties into the frame rails. Goes up front there. It's got a helmet hanger, the crossbar in the back. The bars that go down there on the side actually tie into the subframe connectors. The whole car is tied together. Also, does have the halo in the car. It may be a little overkill on the cage, but my dad was a freak with safety when I started building the car, so he bought that kit for me, and that's what got put in there. Here on the passenger side, same stuff. You see it here. Here's the door panels over here. This door panel is actually not bad at all. The other side just has a little flake going on there at the top, and again, I can fix that. I'll trim it all up. And of course, I know it's hard to see, but there's the race seat there, the cables, the MSD ignition, and everything. Right here, Shane, I had originally, you can't even see it, I had originally mounted the MSD right there and cut that carpet, so that is cut right there. But that's about it on that side, really, as far as anything that's messed up with that. Again, the dash is not cut up and beat up. I do have the factory cluster. Any interior pieces that you don't see, I still have those. Like that speaker grill back there, that type of stuff. I still have those items. Those are just things that have come out of the car over time, and I haven't really put back in there yet. I'm going to stop this video, so maybe I can email it, and then I'm going to do another one of the engine and suspension.